Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be presenting to you different activities and skills that you can use to perfect the long jump drill. So I'll be starting with the standing long jump drill. For the standing long jump drill, the objective is to measure explosive power, speed, and jumping ability. Your setup for the standing long jump drill, you will stand shoulder width apart, your feet shoulder width apart, facing the jumping direction and your hands held by your sides or clasped together. Your technique for the standing long jump drill, you'll swing your arms backwards, bend your knees slightly and explode forwards, extending your hips and legs and landing on both feet. The key points for the standing long jump drill is powerful hip and leg drive, quick synchronized arm swing, explosive power, and controlling landing.
How to measure the run-up approach. If an athlete uses 19 strides in the approach run, the takeoff foot strikes the ground 10 times before the takeoff. The athlete stands on the takeoff board and starts running away from the landing area while counting the steps each time the takeoff foot touches the ground. On the count of 10, for a 19-stride approach, he will take off.
The coach will pinpoint the 10th touchdown and measure the distance from the takeoff board. This is done 6 times and the farthest marker is used to measure the distance to the takeoff board during competition. The various track surfaces will also cause the run-up to vary.
Determining the takeoff leg. The takeoff leg, also known as the drive leg, is the leg that drives the body forward during the acceleration phase of sprinting. The proper takeoff leg determination is crucial for optimal sprint performance as it affects the power, generation, speed, and efficiency. Natural leg dominance. Identify the leg used for everyday activities like kicking a ball or stepping onto a stair. Sprint stance. Observe the athlete's natural sprint stance. The foot forward is usually the takeoff leg.
The 3-point stance. Have the athlete assume a 3-point stance. The leg they are most comfortable driving with is likely the takeoff leg. Jump test. Have the athlete jump forward from a standing position. The leg they push off with is likely the takeoff leg. Sprint drills. Observe the athlete's performance during sprint drills such as the takeoff drill. Thank you.
Takeoff. When the takeoff foot is placed on the board, it is well ahead of the center of the gravity, which allows time for maximum vertical velocity to be imparted to the center of gravity. This vertical impulse is further assisted by the quick upward acceleration of the free limbs, the arms, and the non-takeoff against the braced takeoff leg. The final impulse is imparted by the vigorous strengthening of the takeoff leg itself.
And note, maximum extension throughout the hip, knee, ankle, and toe is required. A free thigh, at least parallel to the ground, is also required. Coordinate the opposite arm, chest and back straight, eyes looking ahead. Head not thrown back, maintain speed throughout the takeoff. Foot must point towards forward on the touchdown.
Floating drill. To maintain balance in flight and to acquire a good leg shoot prior to landing, take about 5 to 9 strides, approach takeoff. Hold the free leg in its takeoff position, then draw up the takeoff leg, extending both legs forward prior to landing on a mattress.
Glide float. Firstly, you need to ensure that you are using a proper takeoff angle. Swing your arms upward and prepare them for a proper landing. Your body must be relaxed and controlled. Maintain head, trunk, hip alignment. Your hips and legs must be together for a controlled landing. Your legs must be forward and extended. Extend them for perfect landing. Avoid bending and twisting legs. Your knees must be up until you are ready to land. Increase the distance from takeoff to landing. Land with both feet together. The hitch kick. Firstly, separate leg action, then the free leg is straightened and drawn down and to the rear after takeoff. The hitch kick motion, after takeoff, you bring your lead leg forward and then back, mimicking a running motion while in the air. And then arm movement, you use your arms to balance and drive the motion, keeping them in sync with your legs to maintain rhythm.
At the same time, the takeoff leg is drawn forward and upwards. The athlete appears to be running mid-air. Landing. Focus on extending your legs forward for a more effective landing. Try to land in a controlled manner with your feet together. Focus on the timing. Coordinate your leg movement with your arms. Thank you.
During the hang method, there should be no leg separation. Your legs should not be separated, your legs should be together. The thigh of the free leg must be quickly raised to the horizontal position and then lowered during the flight. When taking off, the takeoff leg trail must be behind during most of the flight.
And the arms are lifted at the same time upward, and the whole body is extended and slightly arched.
Well,
The landing drills. During preparation for the landing, the jumper is trying to get the heels as far away from the scratch line as possible. This technique demands that the athlete reach a position where he normally fall back into the sand in a normal landing. The body remains upright with the head looking forward. The arms are forced down and backwards to assist the leg in upward motion. With weaker athletes and female athletes, the upper body will tend to lean forward during this phase. They should bring the upper body upright again before landing by pushing the arms horizontally forward, not upwards, to avoid the legs from dropping again and to reduce forward rotation. The arms must remain in this forward position until the landing is completed to avoid backward rotation.
The name of the long jump game is three stockies. They're supposed to get divided in two groups and put 3 cones foot length apart. There is going to be one stretcher and the other student to attempt to jump over the cone. The stretcher should always jump last. Single jump over the cones, only one jump is allowed. Objective of the stretcher should stretch out the cones as far as possible. Move the last cone just behind the landing of the foot of the stretcher. The rest of the students try to keep up with the stretched out cones. Remember, single jump over the cones. Only one jump is allowed per space. Last jump wins.